Ever wanted to play detective right in your own neighborhood? Imagine being able to uncover the hidden gems of Ramsey County, where the rich history of literally any property is right at your fingertips. And the best part? It's completely free. Think of this explainer as a treasure hunt. We're going to dig deep into digital archives, totally bypass those expensive commercial paywalls, and discover exactly how to navigate public databases to find the hidden stories of the buildings right in our own backyards. To prove just what kind of amazing details are hiding in these free public records, we're going to use an ongoing case study throughout this explainer. We'll be looking at the historic John Lewis House, located at 412 Goodrich Avenue. This modest Greek Revival-style home was actually constructed way back in 1856, making it one of the absolute earliest constructed residences in St. Paul. The sheer amount of detail we can find on this single property is staggering, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it yourself. Welcome, everyone. We are about to unlock all the secrets of Ramsey County property records online, giving you a comprehensive step-by-step guide. Whether you're a real estate enthusiast, an amateur historian, or a first-time homebuyer doing some serious due diligence, this masterclass explainer is going to equip you with the knowledge to dive into property records like a true professional. Okay, let's look at our agenda for today. 1. Why search property records? 2. Essential tools for your search. 3. The step-by-step guide. 4. Advanced tips and pitfalls. And 5. Conclusion and legal disclaimer. Section 1. Why search property records? So why do we even care about this? Well, understanding these records is absolutely vital for due diligence in real estate transactions, conducting historical research, and, of course, assessing property values. To put the sheer scale of this into perspective, the Ramsey County residential real estate market has experienced massive, steady growth. We're talking about overall county valuations rebounding by a staggering $38.5 billion from the real estate market's low point in 2012. It's a highly valuable market, and the data detailing who owns what and for exactly how much is all public information waiting for you. There are incredibly practical, real-world scenarios where having access to these records is just invaluable. For example, say you've got a neighboring rental property blasting ridiculously loud music at 2 a.m. Local residents have actually used the county database to track down the contact information for the landlord to get it sorted out. Investors use it all the time to track historical transaction data and market trends. You can also audit real estate tax assessments, see how your tax dollars are allocated across school districts, or get a clear understanding of local zoning and property classifications. Section 2. Essential tools for your search. Before we jump right into the databases, let's talk about the prerequisites. Honestly, you really only need a stable internet connection, a computer or a phone, and some basic details about the property, like the exact address or the unique property identification number, which is often just called a PIN. Now, one of the most brilliant tools you have at your disposal is MapRamsey. Maintained by the Information Services GIS division, this is an interactive map canvas built on a highly complex urban GIS dataset. It's an absolutely fantastic tool for pulling up lot boundaries, doing visual buffering, and getting a spatial overview of property lines before you even have to dive into the heavy text records. Now, what's really interesting here is how Ramsey County splits its data governance among the assessor, the recorder, and the treasurer. Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet for bypassing commercial paywalls. Depending on what you want, you just need to hit the right portal. The property tax and value lookup is your best bet for current assessed values and annual tax bills, but just a heads up, it lacks a historical chain of title. The Minnesota ECRV portal is going to give you unvarnished purchase prices, and MapRamsey, that's your go-to for spatial boundaries. You might be wondering about that ECRV tool I just mentioned. So in Minnesota, there's a statutory mechanism where any real property transfer over $3,000 absolutely must be filed electronically with the Department of Revenue and the local assessor. This Electronic Certificate of Real Estate Value, or ECRV for short, exposes the true terms of the transaction. And because it's an administrative public record, it is an absolute goldmine for free data, saving you from shelling out cash for commercial document retrieval fees. Section 3. The step-by-step guide. Okay, let's put these tools into practice. We are going to apply these steps directly to our case study, the historic John Lewis House. First, start by visiting the official Ramsey County website and navigating over to the Property Tax and Value Lookup portal. Use the Search by Address function to type in the full address. Or, if you happen to have it, use the Search by Parcel Number, which honestly is often much more precise. Once you pull it up, you can review the property cards, check out the current assessed values, and examine the taxpayer information. And this brilliantly illustrates the power of these tools. When we apply our search steps to 412 Goodrich Avenue, we uncover a really fascinating story. The records show the property sold for $95,000 in a qualified sale back in 2004. But then, a decade later in 2014, the value tanked. It dropped to a non-qualified bank sale of just $30,400. What happened? Well, digging deeper into city reports, we find it had severe nuisance conditions, resulting in an order to abate and a literal remove or repair order from the city. All of this rich history is just sitting there, totally accessible online.
If you want to dig even deeper into the financial side of a transaction, you take your PIN from that first search and hop over to the public Minnesota eCRV portal. Just input the PIN or filter by the sale date. This lets you audit the exact transfer of ownership terms, verifying purchase prices and the names of the grantor and grantee. And again, you're doing this completely bypassing those expensive commercial title search platforms.
Section 4. Advanced Tips and Pitfalls. Now that we've got the basics down, let's talk about some advanced strategies and, honestly, a critical geographical warning that every researcher needs to know. This is a massive pitfall that catches so many people off guard. Jurisdictional confusion. See, there are actually 2 Ramsey counties in the upper Midwest. Ramsey County, Minnesota is highly urbanized, densely populated, and uses Map Ramsey. But Ramsey County, North Dakota is rural, agricultural, centered around Devil's Lake, and uses a completely separate parcel viewer. Because of this geographic overlap, search engines mix them up all the time. Always double-check that you are in the Minnesota jurisdiction before executing your queries. For the developers and data analysts out there, Ramsey County offers a GIS open data portal that provides unmitigated access to spatial datasets. It's incredible. You can download comprehensive layers in open source and CAD-compatible formats. We're talking attributed parcels with land use codes, highly accurate address points, building footprints for residential and commercial structures, and even raw survey resources like benchmark metadata and survey plats. But hey, what if you actually prefer to look at physical historical records? Or maybe you need official deeds and covenants. You can visit the public terminals right at the Ramsey County Recorder's Office. They're located at 90 Plato Boulevard West in St. Paul. Viewing the documents on their screens is totally free. And if you need physical or certified copies for legal reasons, they just charge a standard statutory fee of $10 per certified document. It's really that simple. Section 5. Conclusion and legal disclaimer. We've covered a ton of ground today, from basic tax lookups all the way to advanced GIS mapping. You now have a powerful set of tools to access this public data completely independently. But before you run off to start your searches, let's quickly cover a necessary legal disclaimer. This explainer is intended for informational purposes only. While this guide provides a really comprehensive overview, it does not replace professional legal, financial, or real estate advice. Remember, online spatial data, like what you see on Map Ramsey, is strictly advisory and is absolutely not a substitute for a physical field land survey. Always consult professionals for situations pertinent to you. You now have the key to unlock incredibly valuable Ramsey County property records completely for free. Apply these steps today and start your very own property research journey. So what historic property will you look up first? If you found this masterclass explainer helpful, please subscribe, like, and share it with anyone who might be interested in uncovering the secrets of their own neighborhood. Happy hunting, and thanks so much for watching.